So, friends, here we are at our last moon circle for the year, here in the new moon in Capricorn, which, as I was going through my notes, was also the first moon of 2022. So we started with new moon in Capricorn, and we're ending with the new moon in Capricorn. And I don't know if that happens every year, but it feels just like a nice little perfect energetic bow on the year. Also acknowledging that we're here on the winter solstice, and the energy that the solstice brings for us today as well. I'll start with our crystal friends that I have. This is because that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do. It's good to see you, Bernice. As always, we have our piece of clear quartz, which has no agenda of its own, only brings the intention to magnify and amplify and all of those things. Whatever it is that we bring, whatever need, whatever conscious or unconscious desire, focus we bring this evening, clear quartz supports that. And the other crystals that I brought in this evening is carnelian. Carnelian is very much a root chakra stone. Of course, the color, it looks a little orange here, but I promise it's a pretty deep red. At least this one is. Carnelian helps us to release what isn't of us and to embrace what is of us. Thinking about releasing expectations, releasing fear, releasing expectations, and being able to hold in and pull close a sense of warmth, our awareness of our inner knowing, right? So carnelian helps us root into what we are as we also release what is not of us. And that's part of what is so part of the energy that the new moon in Capricorn brings. It is this energy of giving ourselves permission to be with ourselves in spite of all the noise, with all of the distractions, all of the joys, all of the expectations, all of the difficult emotions, and all of the joyful emotions that this season of the year brings. This energy invites us to be with ourselves right now in the middle of all of it, to notice where our resistance is to being present, where our resistance is to moving forward, and imagining that our resistance lives in a backpack, right? And being able to take it off and put it down without shame, without judgment, without regret. Renewing our commitment to hold and carry what is ours, and to release what is not, to acknowledge what isn't, to release what isn't, and to not have big feelings about it, right? It's normal to have that sense of relief, that groan of, oh, I'm ready to put this down as we remove it, but to leave any of the what ifs, any of the regrets, to leave that with the gunk that we lay down. This is not a time for to expect answers, to expect clarity. This is a time simply to be with what we are, with the truth, with the most resonant parts of ourselves. And that really comes along with the solstice. So we have the dark moon, which I think actually comes into its most dark on Friday, I believe. So we still have a couple of days. while the winter solstice holds us here in the darkest night of the year. Which I think is a funny phrase. I remember when my mom would tell me that, I need to make sure I was home by 10 because it's when it gets really dark. And I'm like, it's always the same amount of dark, Mom. But I think about that every time you're darkest night of the year, I'm like, once it's dark, it's dark. But with this energy of the longest darkness of the year, this is the day when we settle into, when we can release into the full experience of our darkness, the full experience of the shadow around us, because we know tomorrow it's going to start to get better, right? It's like the analogy I think about is like when we really have to pee, and we have to pee the worst, right? As we're trying to get the key in the door if we've been out of the house, right? This is that energy where being able to fully experience our need, to fully experience ourself, because relief is coming tomorrow. With another minute or two of sunlight, the relief starts to come tomorrow. The light starts to come back tomorrow. We're this close to being in the house. That's the energy of the solstice. Celebrating the darkness that we've survived so far, and celebrating that we're on the upswing. This is one of those times where I just started talking and I want to make sure I didn't miss anything important in my notes. Yeah, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to draw our cards here instead of at the end. And tonight I am drawing from, these are 2 decks from the Holler Mountain Witch. One of them, this is a big monster deck. It's an oracle deck. One of them is the Holler Mountain Witch Oracle, and the other one is Return to the Holler Oracle. I just combined them. They are beautiful, shockingly beautiful photography with a single keyword from an artist in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And I think they're stunning. And I thought this black and white, really simple deck is a great choice for the darkest night of the year. So as I shuffle, I think about us as individuals, us as a collective, and I trust that whatever comes up for us this evening, there's room for reflection for each of us, and maybe, just maybe, an epiphany for one of us. And friends, this is where I invite you to get comfortable where you are. Nikki, it's good to see you. Get cozy in your space. I'm going to light our candle as you get comfy. And I feel like our energy the last few times we've met together has really been focused on our inner light, the light that we carry inside, the light that belongs to us, the light that is us. And I feel like we're continuing. My gut is that we'll continue this work this evening, but whatever happens, happens. So I have our light surrounded by our piece of clear quartz that magnifies whatever intention you bring, our piece of carnelian, which helps us to release what is not of us, any shame, guilt, regret that we carry for what we release, and to allow the truth of ourselves to come through and forward. So as you settle into your space, I start to connect my energy to yours. Whether you're here with me live now, or whether you will experience this over the recording, my energy is like a drop in a bucket that ripples out to you over location, space, and time. And as my energy softly makes its way to you, you always have full consent to receive it however you wish, up close, at a distance. As you start to focus on your breath, noticing where in your body your breath feels sticky and where in your body your breath feels wide open and clear. Or if your breath feels even throughout your whole body, that's fine. Just notice your breath. Whatever you notice is perfect and good. And wherever it is in your body that you feel your breath, that could be in your nostrils, in your mouth, in your throat, in your belly, in your lungs, the small of your back, your sternum, wherever it is that you feel your breath, start to see a little light here. It could show up like a flame or a flashlight or a star. But seeing this light and experiencing it as it grows just slightly on the inhale and then goes back to its original size on the exhale. As you inhale, it grows slightly, and you exhale, it fades slightly. Not feeling the need to make this light grow over your entire body, to not make it anything that other than what it wants to be, what it is prepared to be, what it came to be this evening. And feeling this light, feeling a part of a piece of this light, start to point down towards the floor. The light that lives within you does not diminish. It has infinite power, infinite reach. As you start to feel a beam of this light move toward the floor, it can be as wide or as narrow, as round or as flat, as bright or as understated as it is. As this beam of light that originates with you moves down through your body, through the support you're lying on, through the floor underneath you. And this light is not cutting, it is not piercing. Everything that this light touches, a way is opened up for it. The blank space, the open space for this light occurs without any destruction, as it moves through the dirt underneath the structure you're in. As it moves, travels, illuminates through the rock layer of the earth. It goes deeper, deeper, deeper until it makes its way to the core of the earth. And here is this light that comes from you, makes contact with connection to the core of the earth. Spending a couple of breaths here, gathering all of this grounded energy, bringing yourself into full connection with the physical world, your body, your physical resources. The light starts to travel back up, making like the bottom of an infinity loop. And as this light comes back up from the core of the earth, starting to come up through the rock, notice if the light looks any different as it comes back up. As it travels alongside the light that originated from you, the light you carry with you, has this light shifted at all as it comes back through the rock, through the dirt, through the foundation of the building you're in, through the floor of the room you're in, up through the support underneath your body, into your body, meeting the point of origin, meeting that light, that star, that flame in the middle of your body. Is your body, your energy, this light changed in any way with this joining, with this support, this being held from the earth, by the earth, with the earth? Taking a few breaths to integrate the supportive energy into your breath and your body and your energy. Now, this light that originates from you and is connected to all things material, physical, tangible. Another little finger of light comes up, this time pointing toward the ceiling of the room you're in. Noticing as this pillar of light, again, the size, the shape, the brightness, is totally up to your intuition. Whatever you're visualizing is perfect. Feeling this beam of light travel up as it starts to move through the room you're in, leaving a trail of light behind it. What is this trail of light like? How would you describe it? Is it more or less translucent? More or less? Is there a tone? Is there a sense of curiosity or a sense of, is there an emotional tone that wasn't there when we reached down? Does it feel differently to reach up than to reach down? As this light moves through the building you're in, up through the atmosphere, up through the cosmos, all the way up to source. And here your light joins with the light of source, however this visualization comes to you. And as your light spends a few moments, a few breaths in concert, in chorus, in the full experience of however you identify God, source, your higher self, your intuition, your wisdom, however this energy comes to you, allow yourself to be in it. And then feel as it's joined together, your ribbon of light, your string of light come back out and back toward your physical body, noticing any change that has happened. And you can always compare with the other side, with the energy that's going up and the energy that's coming down, the energy that left you and the energy that comes back to you. What differences do you see? Do you know? Do you feel in color, in emotional tone, in temperature, maybe? As this light comes back through the cosmos, through the Earth's atmosphere, through the clouds, through the roof of the building that you're in, down to the room that you're in, as it hovers just above your body. And as you're ready, over the next 3 breaths or so, invite this energy back into your body, joining that place where your breath originated, feeling the infinity loop complete from your inner light to the light of the physical world, the light of source. Yourself is the conduit between these energies. Then as you imagine this infinity loop that moves, flows freely from your inner light to source, to the core of the earth, imagine another infinity loop that covers just your body specifically, from the light from the light in your body, outside of your body, up and around your head, on the top, around the back of your head, the back of your spine, on your back to the middle point, up over your belly and your legs, making a circle around your feet, coming back up the back of your legs, the back of your hips, into your body at that center point. So imagining these 2 infinity loops, almost making like a 4-leaf clover, as one connects your light to source and to the earth, and the other circulates, connecting all of your chakras, all of your physical body, all of your physical energy, all connected to this light that you carry inside of you. And I want to be clear, this energy is not something that you created. This is constantly flowing. These are constant connections. We've just called our attention to it. We've simply called our attention to it. And now I'm feeling the need to make another loop of protection, of energy. Protection's too big of a word. Acknowledgement, we'll go with that. So feeling the origin spot, the point again where these 2 infinity loops exist, and feeling it move kind of like parallel to the floor, parallel to the sides of your body, as it moves out of your body, around your the outside of your right arm, the outside of your right shoulder, up your right ear, looping over your head, down your left ear, over your left shoulder, your left rib cage, back into that origin spot where your light begins, then back out over your right hip, the outside of your right legs, underneath both of your feet, back up the left side of your lower body, up the outside of your left legs, outside your left hip, back to the origin spot, and then out the right side of your body, up over your right shoulder, the top of your head, down the left side of your upper body, back to the center point inside your body, outside the right leg, the right hip, around the bottom of the feet, up the side of the left leg, left hip, into your body at the origin point. So now we have three energies circulating. Depth, width, and connection. Covering your depth, covering your width and connection. And we'll be here allowing these three movements, these three paths of energy letting them do what they were made, what they opened themselves up, what they presented themselves this evening to do. Noticing if you feel if you feel sensations in your body, if you feel energy in your body, if you feel emotions, either named or unnamed, in your body, you are ready to lay down, you are ready to let go. Again, knowing that this energy does not have to have cognitive awareness. This is energy. This is not anything we need to explain. Anything that you're holding, that you're carrying, it could be the backpack I talked about earlier, it could be a completely different imagery. Let it move toward the light, maybe even feeling yourself sitting it down beside the light, the origin points of this energy. And then imagining, this feels a little jarring, but it's the image that came to me, so I'm going to use it. Like when we do like the little drive-through vacuum at the bank, where once it's gone, it's gone. Whatever it is, my friend, that you're ready to leave here, that you've been ready to leave, but maybe there's fear, shame, guilt, regret around it. Imagine what this package looks like. Is it a garbage bag? Is it a package that's wrapped up nicely with a bow? You don't have to know what's in the package. You don't have to know what's in the package. We don't have to have cognitive awareness of what we're releasing to let it go. And as you hold this package directly above your light, it gets sucked into one of these three paths of energy and is sucked away. And when it reaches the furthest distance from your body, your head, your feet, source, or the core of the earth, it simply poof, dissipates. That was hard, but that was also fun. So you start to let this light inside of you. We're going to go further than that. Because this light inside of you, your inner light, is infinite. You grab a small piece of this light. You like pull like you're pulling off a piece of taffy, or a piece of like sticky tack that we used to use to hang posters on our dorm walls. You pull off a little piece of this light and you put it in a flashlight. And from where you stand, where little you stands in your body, besides your inner light, you have this flashlight. And as you start to shine it around, notice what you shine light on that doesn't belong. Maybe it's the wrong color. Maybe it's the wrong texture. Maybe you just don't like it. But as you shine your light around your inner cavern, what no longer fits, what no longer suits you. And it doesn't matter if it's been here for 5 minutes or since you were 5 minutes old. Notice what is in your cavern, in your inner beautiful sanctuary cavern that doesn't fit, that's no longer yours. With your flashlight in one hand, you pick up, pull down however this energy shows up. You carry it back to your inner light. And just like the first time, you hold it hovering just above. And whenever you're ready, you remove your hand. Whatever you're releasing is sucked up into one of these tubes of energy, and again travels as far away from your light as it can, either towards your head, your feet, towards source or the center of the earth. And when it reaches that furthest distance, it goes pop and it disintegrates. And this time it disintegrated with them into, this imagery is great. Not into, at first I thought it was confetti, but no, it's rainbow sprinkles. It's definitely a sweet taste. There's beauty in the release. And again, that was exciting and fun. So you shine your light, your flashlight that holds your inner light. You start to shine it around the floor. Is there anything here that is sticky, that is sharp, that simply doesn't belong? If it's a stain, don't worry, you can pick it up. The law of physics do not apply here. As you sweep your flashlight across the floor of your inner cavern, what is here that doesn't belong? Keeping your flashlight in one hand, you pick up, scoop up whatever doesn't belong with the other. And notice how it feels in your hand. This energy feels like it wants a little recognition, a little awareness of what it is that you're going to be free from, what you're leaving behind, what you're letting go. Not that where it came from needs acknowledgement or what it means needs acknowledgement, but the fact that it feels icky in your hand, that it's been icky in your root chakra, in the way you connect to the earth and yourself and others, that this is you're going to be free of this. And as you hold it above your inner flame, your inner light, you start to feel it lift slightly above your hand. So there is no residue left. It hovers here. Any stickiness, any sharpness, there is no residue left on your hand. As you move your hand away, this energy continues to hover above your inner light. Taking a few breaths in recognition of where you will feel continued relief, not just for this moment, not just for today, not just for this moon cycle, but that as the sun comes back to us, the continued impact of releasing this energy, of being able to more firmly, tightly, solidly ground, more light will show on the positive consequences of this release. This feels big, even if we don't know why it is or what it is. It's the act of releasing. And as you breathe on the end of your next inhale, this substance is sucked up into one of those tubes, like at the bank teller, like at the drive-through, and travels through that energy to the furthest point away from you. And this time it releases with a pop, like a balloon bursting, either at your head, your feet, source, or deep, deep in the planet. And releasing these rainbow sprinkles. And the beauty of these rainbow sprinkles, friends, feels like there's sweetness falling, there's sweetness being released, but we don't have to know where it's going. We're not the beneficiaries of the release of the sweetness. It goes beyond us. It goes beyond our reach. Friends, and speaking of reach, I feel like we need to make one more infinity loop to work with here. So imagining your arms spread out wide, palms up. You do not actually have to put your arms in that position. I invite you actually to stay comfortably where you are, but to imagine your arms spread out wide as again a little bit of that light of your inner light starts to travel out your left shoulder, making a loop all the way down the top of your left arm, your left fingertips, the bottom of your left arm, and then it comes back into the origin point, over the top of your right shoulder, all the way out your right arm, circling around your right fingertips, coming underneath the bottom side of your right arm, back into your heart or wherever your light is, over your left shoulder, around the upper part of your left arm, circling your left fingertips, underneath your left arm, back to your inner light. You're over top of your right shoulder, the top of your right arm, around your fingers, underneath your right arm, and back to that light. Letting now, feeling your light illuminate your chest, out through your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Creating a sense of intention that what you hold, what you carry, What you create is in line with your highest and best. So imagining, or maybe even physically experiencing, your arms shaking off whatever the light doesn't like, whatever the light illuminates, the stalactites, the stalagmites that don't need to be here, shaking that off physically or energetically inside this infinity of your arms, illuminated by your inner light. This doesn't feel like a deep cleaning, friends. This feels like a dog shaking off mud. Just whatever is left. Holding a lot of that. You can think about letting your physical body or your energetic arms slowly coming back to stillness whenever you're ready, but no rush. Just shaking off the top layer. What is already what is already dried up, what is already used and spent, what no longer fits or belongs, has been shaken off. Feeling yourself back at your inner light with your flashlight. We'll do one more pass of your inner cavern. If anything else has been illuminated that is ready to be laid down, that is ready to be left behind, that is ready to no longer belong to you and to turn the sticky icky into rainbow sprinkles. Letting whatever is ready, bringing that offering to hover just above your inner light. And as you remove your hand, feeling this sucked up into one of the loops, and as it makes its way as far away from you as possible, at source, center of the earth, the top of your head, the soles of your feet, the tips of one of your hands, fingertips. And as it reaches that furthest point from you, again, it makes a popping sound. And rainbow sprinkles move in all directions, not just up, not just down. And we'll take a few breaths here to seal in the work that we've done, the focus that we've chosen, the energy that we've released for us and for the world, offering ourselves gratitude, setting in this reminder that these loops are always available to us, connecting our height, connecting our width, connecting our depth, and connecting our arms, our actions, our intentions. And as you start to pull your attention away from being so focused on your inner light, knowing that your shift in attention does not impact this light at all. It is fully present. It is fully yours. It is fully accessible at all times. But widening your awareness from your inner light to the whole of your body, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, to the tips of your left fingertips, to the tips of your right, feeling the tip of your nose, feeling your breath, feeling your seat, your back underneath you, supporting you. Then we'll take 3 breaths here. Eyes open or closed, depending on where you are in your return. We'll take 3 breaths as I separate my energy from yours. 1. Creating a firm boundary between the two. 2 as they start to pull away from each other. Like one cloud becoming 2, and the count of 3, our energies are completely independent. Yours is fully held by you, mine is fully held by me, and the Reiki is now over. I invite you to take your time coming back up to whatever position of awareness fits you right now. If you have the ability to rest and lay here for longer, I encourage you to do so. From here, I will offer our blessing. Wherever, I encourage you to bring both of your hands to your body, wherever that feels good for you. It may be hands at your heart. It may be a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. It may be both hands on your knees. It could be a hand on your nose and a hand on your butt. I don't care, but both hands touching each other or your body. This blessing goes out to ourselves, to each other, to those we know, and to those we do not. May we all live in safety. May we all live in health. And may we all live in ease. Thank you so much for spending this time with me tonight, or whenever it is that you watch this. I hope you carry a sense of renewal into the weeks ahead. And I hope to see you soon. I will end the recording here, but I will hang out until I'm the last person in the room, unless anyone has any reflections or questions. I'll see you soon.